Namaste, dear ones. I was guided by the divine to do few videos upon karma clearance. The $1,000,000 question is, can karma be cleared? Yes, of course it can be cleared. That is the reason I'm making this video. So how can karma be cleared? How does it happen? What are the several ways? And what are the effects of the karma? We have to understand that there is both good karma and bad karma. Good karma is something good we have done in this life and the past lives. Mostly karma is brought forward from the past lives. As humans, the earth has millions of years of existence. Earth is here, humanity is here for millions of years. Earth was created billions of years ago. So now, when we speak about karma, each time when we were born, there were many good deeds, there were many undesirable deeds we have done, which we may or may not remember. Of course, through PLR and Akashic records and all that, we can see. Is it possible to see 100 lifetimes or 1,000 lifetimes? We don't know how many times we were born. We can't be born in any part of the galaxy. We don't know what we did. So based upon that, before we are born, our soul is very, very pure consciousness, acts with the energy of righteousness, sincerity, and integrity. After every death, every time we have taken birth, death is inevitable. The soul wants to go back to its home, that is, to unite with the Holy Spirit. Soul is a spark of light which carried the memories and the consciousness. It is supposed to carry only the divine intelligence and divine consciousness, love, light, energies, all the frequencies of God. But each and every birth we take, sometimes we create certain karma, certain undesirable deeds. And there's a contamination of that purity of consciousness from which we came. And we are not accepted to become one with the Holy Spirit or with the Parabrahma or the Paramatma or with the divine light. We are rejected, that is, the soul is rejected, and the soul looks back and sees whatever it has done in its lifetime, and it decides to rectify all those mistakes, and it writes its own destiny, fate, and its soul contracts. It decides to whom it has been born, how will be our parents, our grandparents, our uncles, aunts, relatives, our siblings, our partner, our children, all the near and dear ones, all the friends. Many important connections, many life events are planned by the soul. Our own soul decides it because it wants to nullify the effect it once created. Suppose in the past life we have cheated somebody with money. In this life somebody else will cheat us and gave the same heartache and difficulties. Suppose There is a mother-in-law who tortured her daughter-in-law for 10 to 15 years in the past life. There will be a reverse of birth. The daughter-in-law will be born as the mother-in-law, and the mother-in-law will be born as the daughter-in-law. And same 15 years of harassment and tormentation is possible. But we can avoid all that. It is not necessary this 15 years of suffering should happen. It is not necessary the cheating should happen. There are several ways where we can avoid all these outcomes. We can change the soul contract by several methods and with deep connection with the divine consciousness, with soul, the higher soul, with the source. So with these deeper connections with God, which happens only with purity of consciousness, with purity of heart, when we decide that all the problems and difficulties are totally unbearable, I want a liberation, I want a positive change. I'm seeing so many people not suffering so much. I also want to lead a life with peace, harmony, happiness, joy, good relationship, abundance of financial resources, wealth, prosperity, success. Whatever every human would desire. Good couple relationship, good family life, harmony with everyone around us. This gives us an extreme sense of satisfaction, happiness, joy, peace, and harmony to every human being. So, what is the first step towards karma clearance? Forgiveness. The moment we seek forgiveness from God, God is more powerful than our soul. Our soul wrote those contracts. Stop blaming God. There are many people, I've heard them cursing, blaming, scolding God and saying, God has given me this trouble, God has given me this problem. And they are creating more karma. God has nothing to do with the problems we are suffering in every birth, every lifetime. In fact, God is there to help us. God connects us with masters who guide you into the right path and show you that all these problems you are suffering is due to something you have done in this life or past lives. So, when you encounter a master who just makes you understand what has happened, a master connected with the divine, clairvoyant, can understand what you have done in this life, what you have done in the past lives, and can tell you whatever has happened and how to rectify it. Follow your master, follow all the clearances, and everything can be cleared. Forgiveness is a very, very powerful tool. Before forgiveness, the first step is acceptance. The day a person accepts that this problem is due to some karma I have created in this life or past lives. Many things we have done in this life and we are suffering it and we remember it. The day you accept it, you will remember, yes, I shouted at someone when I was 15 years old, and today somebody else, a 15-year-old, is shouting at me. So you remember what you did in this life, but we don't Remember what we did in the past life. Sometimes it may come in dreams and meditation when you go into higher level of consciousness, when you awaken towards the truth. So usually what a normal person does, an unawakened person, a completely 3D person does is keep on blaming and judging the other person. If you have to undergo a financial difficulty, if a man has to undergo financial difficulty, he will get an overspending wife who doesn't even understand how to manage money, and they keep on entering into financial crisis, or whatever he tried to do will not reap the benefits. Stocks and shares will drop. Business investments will incur losses. These are all something to do with something we did in the past life or this life. In the same way, a wife cannot be playing a blame game. When the husband is unable to earn money, it is better to cut down expenses and understand that this is my karma. I have created it. We could have created that in this life or past lives, based on what was your childhood, what happened with your father, what happened with your mother. Most of the relationship difficulty, especially couple relationships, difficulties in that and with the children will happen when we have a very disturbing relationship with the mother. Our family life, marriage will not happen. We will not get the boyfriend or a girlfriend. Or even if we enter into a relationship, there will be multiple relationship issues. Similarly, when we have a disturbing relationship with our father, father is the provider, mother is a homemaker. She creates the home, she converts a house into a home. So everything connected with your family, couple relationship, with the relationship with the children, peace, harmony and happiness within the family is directly proportional to the relationship you have with your mother or you had with your mother. Please check your relationship you had with your mother if you have relationship problem, especially couple relationship. Stop all the judgments and the blame games. Seek forgiveness for all the blame games which you did in the past. As a child, as a teenager, karma starts affecting very profoundly and start creating itself from the age of 16. So whatever you have done from the age of 16 creates a lot of karma. So remember, go back to those pasts and rectify. Seek forgiveness with the heart and soul of your mother if you want to make a couple relationship proper. In the same way, when it comes with financial difficulties and all that, check your relationship with your father. Stop all the blame games. Stop all the judgments. This was your soul contract. How your father should be, how your mother should be, how your siblings should be, is all your soul contract. Accept it. And rectify your relationship with your father if you have any resentment, anger, aggression, hatred, whatever. Go back to all those pasts with an acceptance that, yes, I manifested this kind of father in this lifetime. I completely accept it. I forgive my father for whatever he did. And I release all the resentment. If it is difficult for you, please contact me for therapies to release all those pasts and make your present happy, harmonious, and abundant in every positive way. Lot of health issues. By birth, there are people who are born with certain health issues. It is not mandatory for us to continue with that. We can also clear it by clearing the karma, by changing the soul contract. There are several methods. There's a method where we can take you to the time and space where you wrote those soul contracts, change it, alter it, and write down what you want, and then return back here. There are multiple processes, multiple ways and means where all these can be changed. So everything is written as an energy signature in everyone's life. Energy signature from the past lives, energy signature of the present life. Blueprints are created, patterns are created. We can destroy and eliminate and eradicate all the unwanted patterns and make our life very, very positive and happy, and clear all the karma and lead a life. Of course, I cannot lie to you. We can only reduce, we cannot eradicate the karma, because the divine also honors the soul and its contract. But definitely we can reduce the impact of whatever is supposed to happen. We can reduce it by 80 to 90%. If according to the soul contract an accident is supposed to happen, then you have to break your leg and be admitted in the hospital, this can be avoided, and it can be completely reduced to a small fall or a slip of your foot, and then a small sprain, and reducing the impact of the injury. This is possible by the blessings of the divine, with the power of the forgiveness rituals. There are many things we can do to clear all this. There may be a consistent, recurring problem you're suffering. Everything can be cleared when you connect with masters like us who are offering our help and services. Don't go there with the logical or the critical mind or for testing. Just go there being very humble in a state of surrender. If not towards the master, at least with a state of surrender towards the divine and your own soul. And just follow the guidance. These are all very, very simple techniques, simple energy clearance methods, and the problems can be eradicated. There are two types of contracts: fate and destiny. Fate can be changed. Destiny are compulsory patterns, which is taken with the decision of the God, the masters, and our soul. Like who is going to be your partner, life partner, who is going to be your spouse, who are going to be your parents, who are your siblings, what kind of relationship you are having with each and everyone, how many long-term relationship like neighbors, cousins, friends. If we change ourselves to be nice with everyone, to be kind and humble, loving and compassionate, we are here to bring the divine frequencies. The divine frequency always operate with love, compassion, care, kindness, help, support. Let us connect with everyone with the same frequency. Bring the divine frequency and enhance the divine frequencies within us. We ourselves will become divine. The divine cannot undergo too much of sufferings. God will not allow somebody following the divine frequencies to suffer a lot. So then automatically God will extend the hand and help us reduce all our difficulties, problems, issues and challenges. Otherwise help will be sent so that we can go through that phase easily, and there will definitely be a reduction in the intensity and the impact of all the life challenges we are facing. I'll continue more in the next video. Thank you so much.